Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol. I'm so glad you joined us today. So check out the sections on the Bottoms Down YouTube channel homepage that just make it easier for you to find classes by length or purpose or by body area. And if you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. It's free and I'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment. Now in today's practice, we're going to explore poses for core strength. You'll need your chair and a ball. Now, if you don't have a ball, you can substitute a toilet paper roll, or you can just do the class without it. So let's put our ball under our chair and let's get started. So we're going to start with that grounding. So we take a moment to think about our feet and having all four pressure points of both feet equally weighted on the floor. So we're grounding those to the earth. Next, we're going to ground our sits bones. So we have these pointy bones that we sit on, and I want you to have them equally weighted on the chair so you're not leaning one way or the other. Let's go ahead and lift our heart. Pull that belly button into the spine. Lower those shoulders. Close your eyes and connect to your breath. Drawing your attention to your heart center, letting go of everything outside of the room. Feeling your natural inhalation and exhalation. And let's elongate that breath. We're going to inhale a little more deeply. Exhale a little more completely. Bring your hands to your heart and set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath here. Bring your hands back down to your thighs and open your eyes. We're going to take our shoulders and we're just going to shrug them up into our ears. And then we're going to let them just fall. Let gravity do its job. Let's shrug those shoulders up into the ears and just let them fall. Let's do that one more time. Shrug those shoulders up into the ears and just let them fall. Nice. Let your right ear fall towards the right shoulder. And then you're just going to reach up and lightly place your hand on that head. Now don't pull or tug, just let that head, let the hand on the head create a little bit of gravity. One more breath here. Let's take that hand off of the head and go ahead and bring that head up. Oof. And let's go to the other side. So first of all, we're just letting the ear fall towards the shoulder. And then all we're going to do is just reach up and place our hand on our head. Okay, don't pull or tug. Just let the weight of the hand create a little extra stretch. You feeling it? I am. Okay, one more breath here. Take the hand off first. Bring that head up. That should feel really good. All right, let's go ahead. Final thing is we're going to tuck our chin down and we're just going to look at our lap. So we want to give that one final stretch for that neck. All right, beautiful. So we're going to come into a cat and a cow pose. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring our hands to our heart, and I want you to extend through the spine and really feel the throat opening, okay? Now, we're going to move into a cat pose. So let's put our hands on our thighs, pull our belly button to our spine, round the shoulders, tuck the chin, and look down at your lap. Now, we're going to lift our heart up. Remember, thinking about open throat here. Grab the back of the chair and lift that heart. So I'm kind of pulling gently on the back of the chair to give my heart a little bit more openness. Let's do that again. Round down into your cat pose. And we're going to lift up into cow pose. Let's add that yoga breath. Inhale here. Exhale, round it down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, round it down. Last time. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, round it down. And release. Let's grab a sip of water. Okay, so grab your ball and place it right by the chair leg on the left side. Okay? All right. So we're going to move into a warrior two pose. So we're going to take this knee and we're going to open it up. Then I want you to extend that leg and come to the knife edge of that foot. I call it the knife edge. So you're not pointing the toe with the leg extended like this. I want you to turn so that you're on the edge of that foot and you should feel the outer thigh of this leg, okay? This foot is just, this knee is at that 90-degree angle, so straight forward. All right, you kind of feeling that? You should be feeling a good stretch on the inner thigh. The outer thigh should be working too. Do you feel that? Okay, let's lengthen through the spine, crown of the head to the ceiling. Bring those arms out. Squeeze the muscles against the bones in the arms. So we're activating the tricep muscle here. Activate that muscle, squeeze, extending through those arms. You feel that? So it's a beautiful warrior two. It's a super strong pose. Belly is tight. We're going to flip this palm up to the ceiling and we're going to reverse that warrior up and back. There's a nice stretch for the side waist. We're going to come back to the warrior two. Now, we're going to take this hand and we're going to bring it down and we're going to place it on the ball. So there's a nice version of a side angle pose. Okay? Now, if that doesn't feel good to you, if that's a little bit too much, then you're just going to come up and you're going to place your hand on that thigh. Okay? So it's fine. If you prefer to stay here, that's absolutely fine. But if you're with me, I'm going to have my hand down on that ball. I'm stretching through. I'm feeling this side waist is working right here, right? That's the side waist that you should be feeling, the stretch and the work. One more breath. Take a deep breath in. Pull your belly button to your spine. We're going to move back to that warrior two. Squeezing the muscles against the bones in those arms. I'm going to flip this palm up and I'm going to reverse that warrior again. Feel that stretch in that side waist. We're going to come back to that side angle pose. Your version, you can be here or you can have that hand down. This arm extends. Feeling that stretch? We're going to take this hand that's in the air and we're going to bring it over. This is a pretty intense stretch, so just if that doesn't work for you, leave it, extend it out to the side. It's okay. One more breath. Okay, this hand is going to extend back out again. We're going to press back to that warrior two. Squeeze the muscles against the bones in those arms. Activate those triceps. One more breath. Bring those hands in, bring this leg in, and release. How does that feel? Right? I always say this in my classes. If somebody just watches a person doing this, they think, well, there's absolutely nothing to that. I encourage you to ask them to do it and then tell me that there's nothing to it. Right? All right, let's move that ball to the other side. Okay, we're going to start in that warrior two. So we're going to take this knee and we're going to open it wide. Then we're going to move, we're going to extend this leg long and we'll be on the knife edge of that foot. Okay? Outer thigh is working, inner thigh is working. Belly is tight. Extend those arms out into that beautiful warrior two. I'm squeezing the muscles against the bones in those arms. Let's reverse that warrior. We're going to flip that front palm up and we're going to reverse that warrior. There's that side waist. You feel that stretch? So not only are we stretching it, but we're working those muscles. Pull that belly button in, come back to that warrior two, and we're going to let this hand fall down. Either it's on your thigh, or if it feels okay, you're going to bring that hand down to that ball. And we're extending. We just have one more breath here. Let's press back up to that warrior two. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Flip that palm up. Let's reverse that warrior. Up we go. Back to that warrior two. Let's come back down to that side angle pose. All right, remember that add-on? Bringing that arm across. Only if it feels good. Only if it feels like it works for you. Your belly should be tight though. One more breath here. Bring that arm back out. Press back to that warrior two. Squeeze, 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 and release. All right. Let's just place our ball back underneath our chair. Now, we're going to turn and we're going to face to the right. Okay? This is a series where we're going to be doing a windmill twist, all right? So just so you kind of have an idea of where we're headed. We're going to start with our hands at heart, okay? So I'm facing this direction. My knees are that direction. My hips are that direction. I'm bringing my hands to my heart. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to twist and look over the back of my chair. My knees do not move. My hips stay where they are. Twist is happening right at the rib cage. Let's go ahead and come center, and we're going to twist the other way. You feel it? Are your knees staying where they are? You're not moving the knees or the hips? Let's come back center. All right, we're going to do that one more time. We're going to twist, and we're going to come center, and we're going to twist the other way, and we're going to come center. Keep your hands at heart. Let your heart fall forward, lengthening through the spine. Spine is long, head towards the wall in front of you, press up, and release. Okay, so there's a great version right there. And if you want to stick with that version, perfect. If you want to add on with me, the big difference is we're going to extend our arms. So anytime you have your arms long, you've got a super long lever, and it's going to put more pressure on the back. It's going to make you work your back more, and it's going to make you work your belly more, okay, and side waist muscles. So we're going to be working all of these muscles harder because we have a long lever length. But you can always keep your hands at heart. All right, are we ready? Here we go. Hands to the ceiling. Extend those hands up. Shoulders are down. Belly is tight. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, we're going to take this hand, we're going to windmill, and we're looking over the back of our chair, and our arms are nice and wide. I probably should have gone the other direction so you could see what I'm doing. Let's come back up to the ceiling, and now let's windmill the other way. Now you see what I'm doing, don't you? I had us go over the back of the chair first. That's okay. Back up to the ceiling we go. Let's twist and look over the back of our chair, and arms are wide. Hands back up to the ceiling. We're going to twist the other direction. We're working all of our core muscles. Back up to the ceiling. All right, are we ready? We're going to lean forward, belly button to spine. Protect that low back. Hands are out in front of you. Remember, you can always keep hands at heart. Pressing all the way up to the ceiling. Bring those hands back down and take a break. Okay, the last version of this, all we're going to do is when we get, and let me just show you real quick since I tend to be going the wrong direction. Our hands are keep coming up and we're going to twist. Now, we're going to take our palms. You see what I'm doing? My palms are facing forward, and then we're going to open. We're pressing the backs of our hands back. Does that make sense? Super intense stretch. So only do what works for you, all right? And we're going to come back up, and we'll do that same thing on both sides. Okay, are we ready? Here we go. Hands to the ceiling. Let's twist and face me first. Backs of the hands towards the wall. Squeeze those shoulder blades behind you. Bring those hands back up to the ceiling. We're going to twist and look over the back of the chair. Arms are wide. Press the backs of those palms back to the back wall. Up we go. Let's do that one more time. We're going to twist, windmill twist. Press the backs of the hands back. Hands to the ceiling. Twist the other way. Backs of those hands, press it back. Hands to the ceiling, are we ready? Extend over those bent knees. Pressing up. Bring your hands back down and release. All right, let's face forward. You feeling okay? Yeah? All right, so now we're going to grab our chair. We're going to grab our ball. We're going to come forward towards the edge of our chair and we're going to place the ball between our knees. Okay. Now, we're going to move into a chair pose. So in our chair pose, we want to have our feet back. So if your feet are too far forward, it's almost impossible. So you want to bring those feet back, keeping the knees still behind the toes. You've got that ball between the knees. We're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to act like we're getting up off the chair, but we're not. Bring your hands to your heart. Press those palms together. Squeeze that ball. One more breath, and we're going to release that. And we're going to do that one more time, just like that, keeping those hips on the chair. We're going to activate the belly, act like we're going to get off the chair, activate those quadricep muscles, press those palms together, squeeze that ball. Lots going on here. One more breath. And we're going to release. Final time like that before we add on. Here we go. Act like you're going to get out of the chair. Activate quads. Belly is tight. Palms are pressing. Squeeze that ball. One more breath and release. Okay. This time we're going to go ahead and get up off that chair. All right. And then where we're going with this is we're going to do some heel lifts off the floor. But we're going to go through it a couple of times first before we start adding that in, because we're going to end up in a toe stand, which is a total balance challenge. But you've got your chair, right? You can do it or not do it, but I'll lead us through it, the whole thing. All right, are we ready? Did I give you enough of a break? Okay, here we go. We're going to take a deep breath in, and on an exhale, we're going to go ahead and come up out of that chair into your chair pose. Remember, hips are back, right? Knees are behind toes. So, and heart is lifted. So I'm not down here. I'm lifting up, activating my core. Quads are working. Palms are together. Squeeze that ball. One more breath. Release that ball. Squeeze that ball. One more breath. Release that ball. Last time. Squeeze that ball. One more breath. Release that ball. Have a seat and take a break. You can actually move the ball if you want to really give those legs a break. Okay, we're going to do just like that one more time before we add our heel lifts. Okay, put that ball there. Belly is tight, hands at heart. Take a deep breath in. On an exhale, up we go into chair pose. Hips are back. Heart is lifted. Belly is tight. Squeeze that ball and release it. Squeeze that ball and release it. Squeeze that ball and release it. Have a seat and take a break. Okay, so now we're going to do our heel lifts without coming up, just to get a feel for it, and then we'll do it the full shebang. Okay, so I'm going to bring my hands to my heart. I want to act like I'm getting off the chair, but I'm not. Ready? Activating everything. Here we go. Lift that right heel up, put it down. Lift that left heel up, put it down. Left up and down. Right up and down. Right up and down, left up and down. Last time, up and down and up and down, and take a break. Okay, you're squeezing the ball. You're getting up off the chair this time, and we're going to do those heel stands. I'm sorry, toe stands. Lifting the heel off the floor, it's a toe stand. Okay, are we ready? Here we go. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, up out of the chair we go. We're squeezing that ball. Are we ready? Here we go. Lift a heel up, put it down. Lift a heel up and put it down. Squeeze that ball. Lift a heel up, put it down. Lift a heel up, put it down. Listen, lift a heel up, lift the other heel up, hold and breathe. Ah! Put one down, put the other one down. Here we go. Lift, lift, hold and breathe. Ah! Down and down. Last time. Lift, lift, hold and breathe. Toe stand. One more breath. Down, down, and have a seat. Whew. Let's put the ball under the chair. And let's grab a sip of water. We're going to come to standing on the right side of our chair. So we're going to move into a warrior 1 and a warrior 2 with a side angle pose. And we'll be using our ball. So let's go ahead and grab our ball and set it in our chair. And you know that if at any time you don't want to use the ball because it's a little bit of instability, you can always just remove the ball and put your hand in the seat of the chair. Okay, so it's absolutely fine. Okay, so we're going to face our chair, and let's take the leg that's next to the back of the chair, and we're going to place that foot right under there so that when we bend our knee, the knee touches, okay, or the shin touches the chair. So that kind of gives you a sense of how far under you need to put that foot. Now we're going to step back with that other foot, and it's at that 45-degree angle. Our hips are going to face forward, okay? Belly is tight. Okay, everybody got that? Bring your hands to your heart. Let's bend that front knee. Now, everybody pull your belly button into your spine and lengthen through your tailbone, okay? So we all have a natural arch in our back, but in yoga, what we really want to try to do is lengthen through that spine, and you do that by pulling that belly in, and you probably are going to feel a pretty good stretch down this back leg, all right? Okay, take a deep breath in, and on an exhale, we're going to take those hands to the ceiling. Shoulders are down, belly is tight. Inhale here, and on an exhale, we're going to turn and face me into a warrior 2. Now in your warrior 2, super important that you're keeping this knee tracking right at that second toe. So the knee is not folding in, right? You've got a pretty significant stretch happening right on that inner thigh. Belly is tight. The other thing to think about is sometimes our ribs come forward, and I want you to really pull those ribs back. So we have our head, our neck, and our spine all in alignment, okay? We're going to squeeze the muscles against the bones in those arms, really activate that upper body, and we're going to flip that front palm up and back into a reverse warrior. So extending the spine long, the hand up to the ceiling, all the way to that midpoint. Then, if you want, you can reverse that warrior and pull it back. So your hand is beyond that midpoint. If that feels okay for you, belly is tight. Let's come back to that warrior 2. Okay, are we ready? We're going to come into our side angle pose. Remember, if you want to have the hand in the chair, that's fine. If you're with me, I'm going to put my hand on that ball. I have a lot less stability. Right? You feel it? Just one more breath here. We're going to press through that front heel. We're going to come back to that warrior 2. We're going to reverse that warrior up and back. And we're going to just step out of it and take a break. Okay? Everybody all right? Let's go ahead and do that version on the other side before we add on. Okay? So let's give that leg a little break. We'll come to the other side. Remember, foot under the chair. You can bend the knee, step back. That back foot at that 45-degree angle. My hips are facing forward. I'm bending that front knee. My hands are at heart. My belly is tight. I'm extending through that spine. Nice and long spine. Head, crown of the head to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. On an exhale, hands up to the ceiling. And if you don't want to do this part of it, you can leave hands at heart. It's always a fine option. Inhale here. Exhale, move to warrior 2. You're facing me. Front knee is bent. Knee tracks to second toe. Ribs are in the center of the body. Squeeze the muscles against the bones in those arms. Activate that upper body. Are we ready? Let's reverse it. Flip that front palm up and back. Belly is tight. Side waist is working. One more breath here. Come back to that warrior two. Ready? Coming to that side angle pose with that hand on the ball. We have one more breath here. All right, are we ready? Back to warrior two and release. Okay, very, very good. So let's come to the other side. So what we're going to do with the add-on, we're going to move back through those same poses again. And then if you'll peek at me real quick, so we'll be in our side angle pose. We're going to bring our, I call it bicep by ear, and then we're going to pick the ball up, okay? Now, if that doesn't work for you, you're going to stay here, and that's fine. You don't have to pick the ball up if that's not going to work for you. Super intense work on those sideways muscles. Your back is going to feel it. And as always, that belly has got to stay nice and tight. Okay? So let's give it a try. Here we go. We're going to put that foot, the one next to the back of the chair, under the chair. Back foot at that 45-degree angle. Bend that front knee. Remember, we want to make sure that we're close enough to that chair, right? Otherwise, you're going to be reaching for that ball and you can't reach it. Okay, are we ready? Hands to heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the ceiling. Shoulders are down, belly is tight. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, move to that warrior two. Make sure that front knee is tracking to that second toe. Make sure those ribs are in the center. Flip that palm up and back. Really stretching that sideways muscles. Back to that warrior two. Back to into the side angle pose. All right, so here we are in side angle. Remember, heart is lifted. So I'm not here, right, where my heart is falling down. In fact, if you'd put your hands right here on your waist and lift that heart up, really feeling that opening through the chest, that's the piece that's super important. Then if you extend that arm if you want. Now, we're going to bring that bicep by ear. Oh yeah, there's the sideways. Do you feel it? Okay, if you want to try it, belly button to spine, really activate that core. Are we ready? Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, we're going to pick that ball up and our arms are parallel to one another. Oh yeah, you feel it? Me too. One more breath here. Put the ball back down. Bring that arm back up. Press back into that warrior two. Flip that front palm up and back. Back to warrior two. And release. Man, that's intense. Other side. Got it? Here we go. Hands to heart. Bend that front knee. Stand down that back leg. Belly is tight. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to ceiling. Inhale here. Exhale, move to that warrior two. Checking in. Squeeze the muscles against the bones in those arms. Make sure those ribs are in the center. Flip that palm up and back. Feel that stretch. Back to that warrior two. Down to that side angle pose. All right, as everybody put this hand on the waist, lift that heart up. Make sure you've got those shoulders right in alignment. We're not down here. We're lifting up. Let's add that arm. Okay, are we ready? Bicep by ear. Okay, belly is tight. Take a deep breath in and on an exhale, extend that ball, the arm of the ball. Parallel to each other, we're breathing. One more breath, put the ball back down, bring that arm back around, press back into your warrior two. Flip that palm up and back. Back to warrior two. And release. How'd that feel? I know, right? Oh my gosh, there's a lot of work there. Okay, we're going to come now into our tabletop position, okay? So we're going to set the ball down for now. And we're going to hinge, right? So I'm not too close to the chair here. You want to take a step back. We're going to hinge right at the hips. We're going to place our hands in the chair and lifting up, out, and through the spine, right? So we want to lift up through the ribs. We want to lengthen through the spine. You feel that? So my shoulders are not down here. I'm lifting up. So I'm really activating all of those muscles through the belly. The back is working too. We're going to move into just a cat and cow here. Okay, are we ready? We're going to drop our belly and lift our heart and lift our hips up. And we're going to move into that cat pose. Belly button to spine, round the shoulders, tuck the chin, and let the head fall. Let's do that again. Dropping the belly, lifting the heart, lifting the hips into that cow pose, and then pulling the belly button to spine, rounding the shoulders, and dropping that chin into cat. Let's add the breath. Inhale here into your cow pose. Exhale into cat. Again, inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. All right, release it. Bend the knees and roll it up nice and slow. Okay. So everybody feeling all right? Belly is staying tight, right? We're protecting that back by activating those abdominal muscles. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to move into a quadruped series. And if you have issues with your wrists, you can always be up on your fists. Keeps those wrists in alignment, takes some of the pressure off. But I encourage you not to have a lot of weight on those wrists anyway. I want you to be using your abdominal muscles and lifting up, not letting everything sink down and working your arms and your wrists so much, okay? All right, so we're going to move back into that tabletop position, hinging here, placing those hands in the chair. Bring your weight forward, belly is tight. Okay, are we ready? We're going to take the arm that's next to the back of the chair. That's the one we're going to start with, and it's going to extend out. Now the other leg is going to be back behind you, and you're flexing the foot. You're lengthening. You're trying to touch the wall with the hand in front of you, and you're trying to touch the wall with the foot behind you. One more breath here. Come down, and we're going to go to the other side. Okay, so you want opposite, right? So if you're using your right hand, you want the left foot. You want the opposite hand and foot. Extend, long, stretch, stretch, stretch. And we're going to come down and we're going to take just a little break. All right? So see how that feels. Let's come to the other side and we're going to do the same thing before we add on. Okay? Here we go. We're going to hinge forward. Placing our hands in that chair. We're pulling through the abdominal muscles, right? We're activating the abs. Here we go. The hand that's next to the back of the chair goes out. The opposite foot comes back. We're flexing that foot behind us. We're stretching. Our hips are staying equal, so level. The hip of the leg that's extended is not hiking up. One more breath. Come center, other side. Extend. Flex. Press. One more breath and come down and take just a break. Okay. We're going to stay on this side. What we're adding is called awkward airplane. Okay. So in our awkward airplane, we'll be in our quadruped, and then the difference is you're going to extend. So I'm here. You're going to extend this arm out, and you're going to extend this leg out. Okay. So we're trying to bring the arm to 90 degrees and the leg to 90 degrees. And keeping both lifted. Awkward airplane, right? Just do what works. If you don't want to do it at all, leave it out. Just keep doing a quadruped. Are we ready? Here we go. Hinge forward. Hands in the chair. Okay, so now you don't want the hand next to the back of the chair. You want the other hand, okay? So we're going to extend that hand out long. The opposite foot is back. We're going to lengthen through that first. Okay, belly is tight. Keep those hips square. Are we ready? Bring that arm out to 90 degrees. Bring that foot out to 90 degrees. Awkward airplane. Breathe. Belly tight. One more breath. Go ahead and extend through. Back, kind of that quadruped again. And bring that hands down. Bend the knees and roll up to a standing position. Let's do the other side. You're like, I don't want to do the other side. I know, right? Super challenging. Awkward airplane. All right, let's go ahead and hinge forward into our tabletop position. Are we ready? Okie dokie. Hand that's not next to the back of the chair goes out. Opposite foot goes out. Extend first. Flexing that foot. All right, bring that arm to 90 degrees. Flexed foot comes out to 90 degrees. We're breathing. We're breathing. We have one more breath here. Come back through center, quadruped, one more breath, and down we go. Go ahead and have a seat. And let's grab a sip of water. Okay, if you would grab your ball, and we're going to place it right between our feet. Okay? And remember, if you don't have a ball, it's fine. It's okay. Let's heel toe our feet. Heel toe, our feet wide. All right? Now, what you're going to do is you're going to have your hands on the thighs first, and you're just going to hinge forward. Okay? Keeping those arms, hands right on the thighs for some support. You feel your inner thighs working, right? Okay, press through those heels and go ahead and lift the heart back up. Okay, let's do that one more time. Down we go. Belly button is to the spine, working those abdominals. And we're going to lift back up. Okay, so you can stay right there if that feels good for you. If you're with me, we're going to pull our belly button in. We're going to hinge forward and we're going to place those hands on the ball. Okay? If you don't have a ball, you can have your hands on the floor or you can have your hands on your thighs. Either is fine. Okay? Now, if your hand is on the ball, what you're going to do is you're going to take your left hand, you're going to place it right under your face, and you're going to twist open with that opposite arm. And you're going to come down and you're going to place that hand on the ball and you're going to twist open the other side. And you're going to come down and you're going to pull your belly button in and you're going to roll it up nice and slow. Now I want to show you what you're going to do if you don't have a ball, right? If your hands are on the thighs, you're coming down. Now what you're going to do is you're going to twist. You see what I'm doing? I'm taking this elbow down and I'm coming up and I'm taking that other elbow down and I'm coming up. Okay, and roll it up. All right, let's do that one more time. Here we go. Roll down, hands on the ball or whatever placement works for you. Here we go. We're going to twist it open. We're going to come back down. We're going to twist it open the other way. We're going to come back down, belly button to spine, and we're going to roll it up nice and slow. All right, how does that feel? Good? Let's go ahead and heel toe those feet back in together. You're probably feeling a little inner thigh stretch there, outer thigh working, belly working. Grab your ball. Again, if you don't have a ball, don't worry about it. Your feet are on the floor. Take that ball in that right hand, all right? We're going to lift our knee to tabletop. We're going to take the ball and pass it under that leg, and we're going to open it the other way. And we're going to pass, and we're going to open, and we're going to pass, and we're going to open. And we're going to pass. Are you working your abdominals? You should be. And open. And pass. And open. And pass. And open. Last time. Pass. And open. Take just a little break. Bring that ball in. You good? Okay, can we do that one more time? Let's do it. Here we go. And pass. And open. And pass. And open. And pass. And open. And pass, and up. Two more. We got this. Last one. We got to do two sides, right? And release. Very, very good. Okay, so keep your ball right here. We're going to move into a crescent lunge, and we're going to use our ball. So just hang on to it. Take that knee and open it nice and wide. Let this knee fall down, okay? Press that foot back behind you. Grab your hands, the ball at heart, all right? So remember, you can have that knee straight down to the floor if that feels better for you, or you can be on those back toes with the back knee pressing up against the ceiling. Whichever works for you, heart is lifted. Inhale here, exhale, hands to the ceiling. Now this is only an option if you want to do it. Inhale here, exhale, hands come out and over. Inhale here, exhale, up we go. Grab the ball in that left hand and open it up wide. You're looking at the ceiling. Hands back to the ceiling. Out we go. Hands to the ceiling. Grab the ball in the other hand and look up at the ceiling. Extend and release. Face forward. Extend this leg out in front of you. Lengthen through the spine. Ball is forward. Take that ball forward towards the toes. Inhale here, exhale, up we go. Inhale here, extend and hinge. And up we go. Really, really good. Pyramid pose. Okay. So now we're going to move into pigeon. So we're going to take our ankle to ankle or our ankle to knee. Let's just place the ball in our lap for now. Extend the spine long and let that heart fall forward. Feel that stretch. Right here in the hip and glute. Go ahead and lift the heart up. Let's flutter that butterfly a little bit. Butterfly wing. Let's do that again. Extend, belly's tight, and hinge. Go ahead and lift it up and release. Okay, other side. That knee is going to open up nice and wide. This knee is going to fall towards the floor. Remember, crescent lunge. This knee can be down towards the floor, or you can lift that back of that kneecap up towards the ceiling and feel a little bit more stretch. Your choice. Bring your hands to your heart. Okay, are we ready? We're going to add on. Here we go. Inhale first. Exhale. Extend those arms long. Inhale here. Exhale, forward we go. Inhale here. Exhale, up we go. Inhale. Exhale, lean it forward, extending through that spine. Inhale here. Exhale, lift it up. Don't lose the extension. Inhale here. Exhale, forward we go. Inhale here. Exhale, up we go. Now, release that hand and release the leg just for a moment. Put the ball into your left hand or right hand. It doesn't matter. We're going to do both. Here we go. Extend that leg back. Open that heart up. Bring the hands back center. Open it up with the ball in the other hand. Bring it back center. Let's do that again. Open it up. And center. Last one. Open it up. And center. Bring that ball back center. Release and face forward. Pyramid pose. We're not going to use the ball on this one. We've done our back a whole lot. We're going to leave the back out this time. Extend through the spine, hands on thighs. Let that heart fall forward. Tuck the chin and roll it up. Extend through that spine. Belly is tight. Let that heart fall forward. Tuck the chin and roll it up. Last time. Here we go. Extend and hinge. And roll it up. Beautiful. Okay, pigeon pose. Ankle to ankle or ankle to knee. Extend through the spine. Let the heart fall forward. Keep the back flat. Feel that stretch in the hip back here. Let's roll it up. And we're going to do that one more time. Let's flutter that butterfly wing first. Are we ready? Here we go. Extend and hinge. Oh, yeah. And roll it up. Very good. Place both feet on the floor. Go ahead and sit back in your chair. You can lean back if you wish. Hands are going to rest lightly on the thighs. Palms are going to face up. Close your eyes. Choose well. You can have what you want for right now, or you can have what you want for later. You cannot have both. Now will be over in an instant. Later will last a whole lot longer. If you sacrifice now to gain value later, you're paying a small price and getting a big, long-lasting reward. If you sacrifice the quality of your life later to get what you want right now, you're paying a huge price to obtain a tiny reward that soon disappears. It's easy to see what is the better choice. It's not so easy to implement that choice. Yet you have the power to make that better choice and to stick with it. You can make the relatively small, immediate sacrifices to lead to a vastly improved future. The choice is always here, and the choice is always yours. Remind yourself what's at stake and choose well. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up at the right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with the hands. Give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with your left hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Remember to click that subscribe button, and I will see you next time.